Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, I know that you'll be thinking I'm here to minister in songs, but we'll find out in a few seconds if that's what I'm here to do. But before I do anything, I want you to celebrate Pastor Chris and his lovely wife. Let's celebrate Pastor Chris. This is not half of the way you celebrated me. I beg you. All right, thank you very much. You can have your wonderful seat. I have something very vital to share with us today. See, last Sunday, Pastor Chris was teaching and he made mention of something that I'll be talking about. Who remembers? If you remembered when he said it. If you remember, you did not remember. Okay, we'll find out. Okay, media, can I have my slide? I believe it's a tool that has worked for me personally and those around me. And it's going to be lovely to share it with the house. So we're going to be looking at volunteering. What did I say? Volunteering. Can I hear it? Volunteering. You know, it's looking very big. It's looking like volunteering. Right? Okay, pronounce it. Let's pronounce it again. Volunteering. Some people are saying volunteering here. All right, let's look at what this ambiguous word, let's look at what it means. The next slide, media. Volunteering is the act of freely giving one's time, energy, and skills to benefit others, a cause, or a community without expectation of compensation or personal gain. I'm going to break this into bits. Media, please give me the next slide. So there are key points to note in that definition I gave to you just now. Let's look at them, please. Okay, free will. In volunteering, before you come out to volunteer, you do what? We do it with what? Free will. It's a choosing activity. You decide to do it. It's just like giving. Jesus said nobody should compel you to give. In volunteering, you are not compelled. You decide to do what? To do it. The next slide. The next point, rather. There's no compensation. So it's something you are coming in and you're not expecting any wages, you're not expecting any salary, you're not expecting any reward, you're not expecting what? Benefit. There's no payment, there's no financial reward. The next slide. Next point. It's beneficial to others. So it's focused on helping others or a cause. Most of us, what we do sometimes is we come out to volunteer to benefit ourselves. If it's becoming selfish, is no more volunteering. So the next point, it requires your time, it requires energy, it requires your resources, it requires your skill, it requires your input in any amount and in any dimension. So looking at this now, it's seeming like volunteering is looking like giveaway. You understand? It's looking like something you do and there's no benefit. So why should I do it? I'm here to tell you that volunteering is beneficial. Though we don't do it for these benefits, but in the long run, it is what? Beneficial. And I've come to see that it is a tool that helps the social life of humans. It's part of the portfolio every individual should have. The next slide, so you understand what I'm talking about. Volunteering is a powerful way to make a positive impact, learn new skills, and connect with others. Now, you have started saying the benefit in what? Volunteering. First, there is what? Is a way to make positive impact, learn new skills, and connect with others. I will expatiate on this as I go further. Next slide. Okay, there are types of volunteering. Before we look at the benefits, let's look at the ways I can volunteer, the places I can volunteer. Next, please. There's formal volunteering organized through institutions, NGOs, or government. Like Kkyf is an NGO, is an institution where you can what? Volunteer. The next slide. There's informal volunteering, spontaneous individual efforts. Example, helping your neighbors. I have a friend, Essential. Anytime I go to his house, he's at peace with everybody. Do you know why? Anytime they want to do anything extra, they cannot do. They will call him, and he will come out and do what? And do it. So that's informal volunteering. The next slide. There's virtual volunteering, remote contributions, e.g., online mentoring. The next, episodic volunteering, short-term, project-based, e.g., disaster relief. Like when there was a disaster in one of the countries, they called for volunteers to help them look for bodies, to clear debris and different stuff. That's another way to volunteer. But I'll be focusing on one aspect here, and that is what? Formal volunteering, using KKYF as a standpoint. Please, let's celebrate KKYF. If you're excited and happy to be a KKYF member, celebrate KKYF. Thank you very much. Now, if you have been aiding the growth of KKYF in one capacity or the other, celebrate yourself. Thank you. I like the sincerity. You see, the clap has what? Reduced. Now, you see that many of us now, we don't aid the growth of KKY. And we say we love it. You know you love yourself. Individual, we love ourselves. What's the proof? For every time you're hungry, you look for what? Food. For every time you need something, you look for what? That need. You take care of yourself. So how come you claim you love KKYF and you are happy to be in KKYF and you don't aid the growth of this organization? Well, I believe if I highlight the benefit of volunteering in KKYF, being of aid, working, supporting, and the rest of that, you see a need to volunteer today. All right, the next slide, please. We're going to be looking at the benefits of volunteering using KKYF as a standpoint. I'm not going to be telling you something that is scripted. I'm going to be giving you real life experiences. I want to make it so practical so that we'll see real life experience, and I'll be using the lives of many here that are here already and those that have gone ahead of us. Yes. Let's see the first benefit. Volunteering aids personal growth and what? Development. So, who would like an example now? I'll use myself as an example. I can remember when I joined KKOF. That should be almost 10 years ago, 2014, yes. I can tell you, 90% of the skills, all the skills I know today, I learned in KKYF. And I developed them within that 10 years. One of them is sound engineering. I was not doing it before. It was when I started working under the leadership of Pastor Chris. Let's celebrate Pastor Chris once more. He was the pastor of KKYF and the sound engineer at the same time. So I saw how stressful it was. And I volunteered to be there. I learned one or two things from him. And I'll tell you, I don't know if I'm better than him now, Shabo. But I know I'm earning from it, and it's not. Yesterday, I received a call from somebody to, why people laughing now? I don't like this party. Please, that was on a light note too. Please, now joke, I beg. All right, yesterday, okay, I'm vindicated. All right, yesterday I received a call to come do some connection, and guess who recommended me? Pastor Chris, sound engineering. He would have gone and done the work, but he recommended me. Why? He has seen that I have grown in that stuff over time. I may not be the best right now, but I know how far I've gone with it. But it started with an act of what? Volunteering. To do what? Sound engineering. What we call, in this place, we call it technical department. This has looking so heavy and little. Okay, next slide. Let's do the next stuff. It brings social connections and networking. Oh my God, if I stay on this one, I will use all the time I have. I can tell you, all the connections I have, I met all of them in KKYF. I looked back at my life some days ago, and I found out that all the friends I have, all my connection is in KKYF. There is almost nothing I'm looking for to do I don't see in KKYF. So imagine I'm not a member. I'll tell you a short story. My siblings and I will normally sweep and mop the church we were attending before. We met a man. This man works in MTN. Where did we meet him? When we go towards sweep church. In the general church assembly, he's a very big man. To approach him is a big problem. But he saw the way we come to church every Saturday, volunteering to do what? To clean and mop the church, what we see as big work. And I tell you, now I have his contact and this. almost nothing I want him to do for me in MTN that he will not do. How did I get that connection? Through what? Pastor Chris says sweeping. God, volunteering is looking so big. Through sweeping the church for free. Sometimes we stay there 2 hours, 3 hours. Because it's a big church. We sweep the whole teenage, it's as big as this place. We sweep and we mop, 3 of us. But at the end, it was beneficial. It gave me a connection. Next what? Next slide, please. Skill building and experience. I will highlight 2 persons that are perfect example of this. You might have guessed one in your mind. Let me know if you are in sync with me. Who is the first person? Pastor Favor. You are in the spirit. See, that one is my brother for life. I met him in Kkyf. Yeah. No, you will not understand. You see, when he recounts his story, it's very amazing. How he finished school and he came under the leadership of Pastor Chris, and Pastor Chris told him, okay, you learn graphics small, be doing graphics for Kkyf. So he started handling all the what? The graphics design of Kkyf. And today, you cannot see Pastor Favor's design and you will not just smile. It's so volunteering to do design for free. See, to do design now, if you meet average designers, they will tell you 15K, 25K. If you meet the big guns, they tell you 150K. People are looking at me. Yes, people charge that much for design. And that my brother was dropping designs for free every month, at least one design. And now I tell you, if you want him as a Kkyf member to do design for you, it's quite expensive. Pastor Favor, let me market you more. Okay, Pastor Chris will recommend, because now he's so busy. He has built on that skill. Then the second person is our beloved psalmist. Let's celebrate Grachi. Now, I've watched her. I'm tempted to call her Chidima. But we know her as what? Grachi. Let's stay on what? Grachi. All right, I've watched her for a very long period of time. One of the days she was recounting her stories, and she said one of the things that made her grow was she saw that Pastor Chris liked a particular kind of genre of music. What it means is that Pastor Chris liked a particular category of music. Should I still break it down? That a kind of song Pastor Chris liked to sing. All right. So do you know what she did? She volunteered to learn all of them. And I think when she was recounting, you said, where is she? I think she said that she doesn't like those kind of songs. But because she saw that Pastor Chris needed somebody, because we know Pastor Chris is a very, very good singer. You understand? So he needed somebody to back him up. I don't understand this laughter. Please allow me finish my talk. People are the one taking my time now. All right. You find out that she says she doesn't like those kind of songs, but because she loves Pastor Chris and he needs somebody to fill in that gap, she volunteered to score those songs. And one thing with music is the more you keep scoring, the more you keep getting better. Whether you understand what you are doing or not, I'm very serious. And I'm a music coach. That's one thing they say. I'm a music coach. The more you keep scoring songs, different genre and directions, the way you're growing, you just find out that I could not do this before. Now I could. And today, she's a psalmist. Her face is all over the place. Let's celebrate Grachi. So you see that it's what? Volunteering helps you build skill. You see that I'm not going too far. I'm narrowing that to where we come. Because many of us, sometimes why you don't come for meetings is that you look back and you are saying, how is Kkyf really benefiting me? So I'm telling you how you can benefit from Kkyf. Yeah? Next slide. Need the next slide, please. Whoa. Okay. Enhanced job prospects and references. I gave you an instance. Pastor Chris recommended me for what? A job. What? How did he get to know me? I started volunteering to be sound engineer for almost 4 years now. And I've gotten reference. You think that, okay, I'll say in the next, let's look at the next point. It creates opportunities for leadership and advancement. Let me see how I can merge the two together. Now, at this point, you think that, okay, this is just for the leaders. No. As you are observing the way people lead well, you can imbibe that into your life. It helps you build your own leadership skills. You know, when people, companies now, one of the people they really seek for are people that can manage human. They call them human resource managers. So volunteering helps you. You work with people. You see how people are being led. If you come here now and tell everybody to stand up, they may not stand up. But we know if Pastor Chris comes, he may not even have to say it. What happened? You will stand up. Why? There's leadership advancement. There's leadership growth. Volunteering can give you that. The next slide, please. Personal stories and memories. So we've been saying serious stuff. Let me bring in fun. Volunteering is fun. So while I was going through this stuff, I was thinking, which story will I share with you? So I remembered one of the days. That was when we came here newly and we were preparing for Thanksgiving. So we had to do a setup in the night. It was midnight. Then NEPA gave us lights. So my friend and I, Pastor Favor, is laughing at the back. There was a ladder there. We needed to go up the ceiling to do something. He was the one that was supposed to go to the ceiling, though. But he was delaying. So the passion, the zeal of my father's house, let's do this work. He said, okay. I now went up, not knowing that this guy was not holding the ladder. So when I realized it, I've already gone up. And in flash seconds, I saw my life flash through me like this. I fell down. No, it's not a joke. Now, that was not the painful part. The painful part was that as I was falling, I was looking at him. You know that it was fast, but it was slow. I don't know how. He was looking at me, holding his phone. Oga, drop your phone and catch me. So as he saw that I've landed, my guy started laughing. Although it helped the situation because I stood up immediately and started laughing also. So later I now saw where the pain was. So you see how you are laughing now. So if I did not come out to volunteer, how can I share this story for you? And you are happy now. I've eased stress a little. So you see that celebrate you now. Should I tell you another story? All right, I'll tell you another story. This one is my friends. I told them that one day I will say this story. So they actually volunteered to go get keyboard at night. Should I continue? Kkyf, should I continue? All right, when I'm done, you will know the friends. So it was actually their fault. They forgot the keyboard for an all-night rehearsal. So they had to volunteer. This was actually by force, though, to go get the keyboard. And on their way back, they forgot it was curfew. And so they met some nice-looking gentlemen, people we know as policemen, and that was how they slept. Well, let's say in jail or in cell. So we have ex-convicts for Jesus. Let's celebrate Pastor Essential and Frank. I love you guys from my heart. So you see how amazing the story is, but it did not stop them from volunteering. When I went to the cell that day with Pastor Chris to bail them, when they came out, I was sad though, but they were laughing. So I found my own joy too. So you see the kind of friends I have that are happy in times of what? Peril. So I met them where... Please can we look at the last slide so I'll be off your face. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Pastor Chris taught us on the deception of the 21st century. And one of them is my life is my own. I can do whatever. Your life is not your own. You have to lose it. Where? In the service of others. Thank you very much.